Mark, we're continuing this series of the seeds of decline in moves of God.
That's right.
The first, we did an introduction to it on one video blog.
Yeah.
We've dealt with a couple of matters.
That's right.
And you want to continue talking about these.
Yeah, obviously these are kind of rolling blogs. So there was just one thing that I forgot to mention. I'd talked about early onset hurt misunderstood syndrome, which obviously is something that I've made up.
Rolls off its own.
It kind of doesn't quite, but it kind of says it all, doesn't it? There are certain people around who you would say that is really them. And what happens around that kind of, when someone's like that, when they feel hurt and misunderstood, and they're moving with a flow of something that God is really bringing at that time, and there's flack, especially from Christians, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Christians are the quickest to get the knives out, and they seem to be, well, they're not even sharp knives, they're pretty blunt knives, aren't they? Pretty horrible, and nastiness, especially with the internet now, a lot of nastiness comes out, and not very Christ-like as far as I'm concerned. People judgmental, and as a result of that, if people feel hurt, if people feel hurt, and if people feel that they are misunderstood, the temptation is to develop a kind of theology or way of operating that causes a defense against that. So obviously, if you're like that as a person, it means you need a degree of healing or need some help. But the kind of theology that's built up is that because of this move of the Holy Spirit, you can ditch all of that. Nobody needs healing anymore. Nobody needs counselling. That's all old hat. That doesn't really matter anymore because I've discovered this, we've discovered this, this is what God is doing, and that kind of thing is not necessary. And really, when you look at the person, when they're saying that, you're like, actually, you need it. I'd really love to see you healed of that. But because of all that's going on, the attack, the defensiveness, the hurt, and so on, a theology is quickly developed as a defense, where it's said that there's no need for all of that. Nobody needs healing anymore. We just need to flow with this. This is what God is doing. Just wanted to add that in. Thought that was important from the last blog. And then another seed of decline, which I can see in moves of the Holy Spirit, is the lack of parenting in the situation. And I use the word parenting instead of fathering because as far as I'm concerned, it's a male and female role. Yeah. God, although he's called Father, is not male or female. And the characteristics of male and female are to be found in God. Yes, so
that's almost another.
It is. We'll go there one day. It's in something I've written somewhere. And basically, the need for that, for young people that God is using for these moves of the Holy Spirit, is paramount. And it's what is often being cried out, especially when it all goes wrong. When a famous evangelist falls. All the I told you so people come out of the woodwork, don't they? And there's not much compassion really. It's all I would say, well, where were you when they needed you? There's plenty of people there to want to control young people. There's plenty of people who want to tell them what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing. But I would say, unless you're actually prepared to live your life with that person, including bear the risk, you're not really parenting.
In the sense of like an ordinary parent.
Exactly.
You don't just get rid of your kids. Or
No,
just disown
exactly,
your kids if they do
exactly. And I think that Christianity is become all about the safe bets. It's almost like you'll add your name to someone as long as they behave right. You'll be prepared to support a ministry as long as they do as you tell them. It's risk-free. And there's a great fear of bringing Jesus' name into disrepute. when actually he doesn't care. You wonder why God blesses people, even when there's sin in their lives. Do you know why he does that? It's because he does it in me as well. Yeah. And if our requirement is that people are somehow perfect before you'll stand with them, we've got it all wrong. We're more concerned about our reputation. Don't be concerned about Jesus. He doesn't care about his reputation. And I think we've got it all wrong, this whole parenting thing. And because of that, people aren't prepared to bear the shame and the risk that goes with standing with new moves of the Holy Spirit. So you often find that people who are part of an older move of the Holy Spirit are very anti the next one.
That's right, it's that famous thing.
They are. And they're not prepared to take a risk and add their name to it. And we've never bothered about stuff like that in Antioch, and as a result, our name comes into disrepute from time to time. And because we're prepared to bear the shame with the mistakes of people that we stand with. But I think it is tremendously important that if moves of the Holy Spirit are really going to flow, that it doesn't just need people coming in to control and put the people right. It needs people who are actually prepared to stand with them and bear the risk of shame, bear the risk of loss of reputation. I think that's the kind of parenting that's needed in the situation. And only then will you find that those who God is using in that situation will let their barriers down and won't react to you. When they see you're in, you're going to go down with this with them. They don't have to get it right for you to stand with them. You'll go down with them if necessary. You'll find that they're more open to correction then, and to help and advice. They won't react to you because they can see you're invested and you don't care about your reputation.